What's going on, everybody? All right, so today let's talk about it. And like you can see from the title of today's video, is going to be WB and Superman are faking it. That's right, they are faking it. As always, if you're new to the channel, first time you check in the channel, show your support and hit that subscribe. So look, drop your comments because I'm gonna be reading them and all that good stuff. But look, let's get right to the point with this. What's going on, Ace? Appreciate you for watching. Also, everybody that's tuning in, all that good stuff. You already know. Cinnamon, what? Hall of Cinema, no working. Superman Legacy. Yeah, it's not. It's not. That's why we need to talk about this because right now this is a topic that's getting more and more hot and juicy every single time. What's good, cuz? 7-Eleven, you already know it. While it's closed and they're going to stay locked. Y'all already know. What's good, everybody? What's up? What's up? Appreciate y'all for watching, for tuning in. We are about to chop it up and we're about to get started. So I'm just reading these comments and stuff. Too much flash vibes with that CG, my friend. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's what we're going to talk about right now. What up, everybody? I see you, Scarface. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. All right, so look, let's get right into this. Look, the fact is that WB are desperate with DC, with James Gunn, Peter Safran, and also David Zaslav. All these clowns and all these bozos are right now trying to create all this fake hype, and we already know where they're standing at. They're scared. They're nervous. They know that it's DOA and nothing, absolutely nothing is working with James Gunn. Okay, when their stocks go up a little bit, it goes right back down. It hasn't passed $15 and it won't pass it because with James Gunn, nothing is making money with this company. Say what you want, but those are the facts that these James Gunn cultists cannot accept. They don't like to hear that. And every time I'm here saying it, they are always trying to fight with an invalid excuse, but we're proving them. That's what they don't like. I've been telling y'all for a while. They don't like to hear the facts. And those are the facts that are coming out left and right on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis for the past 2.5 years. And this all ends on July 11. Like I said, thanks everybody for tuning in because like I said, we are talking about this because everybody's right now talking about this and there's so much to go over. What's going on, TY? Appreciate you for watching. Yes, Diaper Man's trailer is trash while it's locked. Hell yeah, that's exactly what we are going to keep on doing until the whole month of July. WB by Universal Studios. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. So we have to see what's going to come from it. Look, honestly, right now, WB is in a situation that they know they are completely screwed. There's no saving them. They know it. That's why they're fabricating all this fake hype. Now, look, I play Fortnite. So if you play Fortnite, just hear me out real quick. They're trying to force. I've never seen what I'm about to say right now. Not even with Marvel, with Star Wars, and none of that stuff. And yeah, the last season we had Star Wars. But what I want to talk about is the marketing that they're doing with Superman, with Fortnite, is bonkers. They're trying to force it in the battle pass, in the quests, in the ads, literally in everything, constantly bombarding you with Superman and this whole James Gunn reboot and stuff like that. You don't believe me? Go check out the game and you will see. It's literally a marketing campaign all over Fortnite. And I don't see a lot of people that are buying the battle pass. I'm not buying it, honestly. And like I said, I'm not supporting this company anymore with none of this stuff. And like I said, today I went to Target. You saw that video that I posted. That was me early in the morning because I was looking for some stuff. And I was like, let me just check out, see what is all this, if it's really selling out. And you already saw I put the video. It's not selling. You had both the regular McFarlane from Superman and you had the gold label in stock. You see it in the video. I showed y'all. And it's not selling. They had over 18 of those figures still on the shelf. Come on, man. Come on. Don't come at me and tell me, oh, they were restocking. No, they weren't because the Jurassic World stuff was already sold out. And we're on a Wednesday. That tells you a lot. Nobody's buying this. The tickets are not selling. And this whole thing of, oh, the tickets sold out in my area. Okay, probably in your area because that's your area. But a lot of places, like I've been posting these videos and I've been posting all these pictures, they're not selling in the UK. They're not selling in Texas. They're not selling in Arizona. They're not selling in a lot of states. I'm telling you straight up, people are not excited for this. And not enough people are going to buy it. These theaters that are selling out are small locations. Now, if you have the one that's in the UK and it's already been over 24 hours that these tickets have been up and they haven't sold out yet, that's already telling you those are red flags saying, hey, nobody's interested in this trash. Nobody cares about James Gunn. Nobody cares about DC. And most of all, nobody cares about this Superman. Sure, you have a few people that are going to go out there and buy it and watch it and rewatch it, but it won't be enough. It's not going to save them. WB knows that they're stuck, that they're screwed, and that this is going to backfire. Now, look, going back to what somebody said about the whole flush vibes is true. I'm telling y'all, everybody's starting to see it. The CGI is piss poor. The animation looks like crap. The everything looks like a disaster. And you know what? It's too late to fix it. You could go right now into post production and do what you have to do in the next less than a month. I'm telling you right now, it's doomed. It's done. It's over. I've been calling it for a while. Everything ends on July 11th because on July 11th, we will keep our wallets closed and locked. No Snyderverse, no money. That's it, plain and simple. It's time for this studio, this stubborn studio, to finally wake up and see what we've been fighting for, what we want. All we wanted you to do was just to continue the Snyderverse. You brought this upon yourselves, WB. All the fake fans brought this upon themselves. And now you're seeing a lot of James Gunn fans turning on James Gunn saying, this is looking bad. Even I don't support this. That's telling you that people have lost faith in this. WB is desperate because look, they're doing what we were all saying that was going to happen. Remember, there was a leak that before this whole thing went to Amazon, that it might have it was going to go to Amazon before it actually hit the theatrical release. I'm telling you right now, that screams and it's just yelling desperation. You might be like, but how? How is that desperation? Because they want people to come out and watch the movie. Let me tell you, this movie is going to leak before it actually releases. All right. It's going to release on July 8th. All right. The official release day is the 11th. So you have 8, 9, 10, 11, 3 days. 3 days before it actually officially releases. WB knows that they are completely screwed with this movie. So what are they trying to do? Trying to milk every single penny that they can before the actual release date, because they know they're not going to make those numbers. They know, they've already learned that with Joker 2, with the flush, it didn't work. All right. It didn't work. And this movie is going to rinse and repeat the same way that we saw with the flush. The flush was a disaster opening weekend. I think it made what, like $88 million or something like that. It was under 90 million. And look how much that movie costed. It costed 300 million. And let's not forget, there was also some additional reshoots that they did that costed them an extra 50 million. So they spent on the flush about 350 million. We're talking about Superman now. Superman spent over $363 million. And that's confirmed by the state of Ohio. They're telling you, you can't lie and fabricate these numbers. This is legit. This goes to the IRS. This gets reported. This is on paper and ink. You cannot fake that. Now, you know what you can fake? All these ads and all this marketing that WB is doing right now. They're piss poor marketing. They think that they could just shove it in everybody's face. It's not working. Notice, look at this, all right? I have the picture, but I didn't put it right now so we could share it. But there's a picture right now, and nobody's talking about what I'm about to say right now. I haven't seen no other channels really talking about this. You have a picture, right, that Pedro Pascal, or whatever you call his name, that he is also pushing and promoting Superman. And then all of a sudden, a coincidence, they're both leaning. One is leaning to the left, one is leaning to the right. You put that image together, and what do you have? Superman promoting Fantastic Four, and Fantastic Four promoting Superman. I'm telling y'all, people, this is all a Disney silent takeover. Disney's trying to acquire everything however they can. And this right here is what this is. James Gunn is working for Marvel. I don't give two shits what you say. That motherfucker has been sent by Disney to destroy and fully destroy everything that's at this company. Because look at what he's doing now. All of a sudden, James Gunn comes out and says, oh, we're going to get a Wonder Woman movie, right? Oh, all of a sudden, right? All of a sudden, but I thought you said nothing was going to move forward if there's nothing written. How come the Batman 2 hasn't gone into production? But he keeps on bullshitting y'all. You Matt Reeves fans need to wake the fuck up. James Gunn is lying to you. This motherfucker is lying in your face constantly, and you're constantly eating his bullshit. Straight up. He lied about everything. James Gunn is a liar, period. You're not going to come here and convince me and tell me otherwise. It's who he is. When James Gunn said that there's a minority of people on the internet trolling and saying all type of things, he's trying to say that the minority are the Snyder fans. Jokes on that motherfucker. You know why? Because come July and starting now, we are having our wallets closed and locked. And you're seeing it. You are seeing it. It's already happening. People, not enough people are buying these tickets. How the hell you go 24 hours after release date and you had all these shills coming out? Oh, Superman's gonna make $1 billion. Oh, you're gonna see this movie's gonna make $1 billion. Everything's gonna make $1 billion, right? And what did they do? Started lowering those standards, started lowering them and dropping them, right? Don't be fooled. Like I told you, do not be fooled. James Gunn is a snake and he's a rat. I'm telling you, he's been the Trojan horse to be sent and destroy DC. And he's doing a fantastic job at that. A lot of people think, oh, James Gunn's the savior. He's going to change and make everything possible. He's going to make DC great again. No, he's fucking not. Wake the fuck up. DC has become Marvel. That's what this company has become. And it's a fucking joke. It's a joke, honestly. You have all these bright colors. You see the ad that they posted today. And what does it look like? Fucking Guardians of the Galaxy. That's what the fuck you fake fans wanted? You wanted that bullshit? You got it. Now eat your plate of shit and brace yourself. Like I said, strap your seatbelts and get ready for that impact coming July, because these tickets are not selling. This merchandise is not selling. Nothing with James Gunn's name attached to it is fucking selling. Nothing. But you know what does sell? And it continues to sell out. And they raise the prices on it, on merchandise for Zack Snyder. When it comes to the Snyder Cut, you go and see the McFarlane toys. Those prices for one damn figure of Ben Affleck, almost $60. $60, and people are buying it because it's telling you that they only have like a certain amount in stock. They're running out. People are buying them. They sell. But with James Gunn, how come that Weasel statue, they dropped the price on it? Remember when it came out along with Ben Affleck's statue? That thing was like 17 inches from McFarlane? And that was earlier this year. But what happened? Ben Affleck's Batman sold out. And then that Weasel hasn't sold out. And not only that, they slashed the price. It's 100 and something on Amazon right now, and it's still not selling. What does that tell you? That nobody cares about it. That's the thing. The same thing with this Superman. WB knows that they're fucked. That's it. WB knows. So they're like, you know what? We're going to go all out, but we're going to go all out and try to capitalize while we still can. This is why they're doing what they're doing with Amazon, because they know that there's people that are going to pay on Amazon. So, of course, they're trying to cut the movie theaters before the release date. But they're about to lose so much money. When you have this movie coming out, and it's been since day one a joke. That's exactly what it's been. Fans are not happy. Customers are not happy. Consumers are not happy. Most of all, investors are not happy. The investors are pissed with David Zaslav. They're trying to block him so he doesn't get that bonus at the end of the year. But guess what? He's going to get that bonus at the end of the year, because that's how this industry is. You can't stop that. All these investors for all these years have been getting fucked. And I'll tell you straight up, it's your fault. If you invested in this shitty company, I'm glad you're losing your money. You know why? Because that's what you fucking deserve. You don't deserve to be supporting this company. And this company doesn't deserve to be supported. And a lot of people are straight up still eating the lies from James Gunn. This Superman, this final trailer that all of a sudden came out of nowhere today has everybody talking. And what are they saying? It's a joke. That's exactly what it is. This is why I'm just sitting back and watching how everything completely goes down to the ground. And as a DC fan, I'm telling you right now, this is where I get off, because this is not the DC that I know. This DC has been compromised, if you want to say, by Marvel and Disney. And because of the fake shill fans, this is what happens. This is where we are right now. Come July, those tickets are not going to move. But you know what is moving? Jurassic World Rebirth. And notice this, with the marketing, like I just said, you see that picture of Fantastic Four along with Superman. And what do you see? You see both of them cross-promoting. James Gunn talking about, oh, there's room for both of them. We don't got to be fighting. Hold the fuck on. Hold on. When Zack Snyder was there, when David Ayer was there, when Patty Jenkins was there, when James Wan was there, you motherfuckers all wanted to do the DCEU versus the MCU, right? Oh, right there we could fight, right? Everybody can go at it. It's like, oh, who's better? But now because James Gunn, a shill from Marvel and Disney, is running DC Studios, oh, there's no war, right? No, both can eat at the same time and both can profit, right? Get the fuck out of here. No, they can't. DC has always been dark. And it's always been on that serious note when it comes to the cinematic universe. You want that colorful, bright bullshit? That's what we got with Batman Forever, and that's what we got with Batman and Robin with George Clooney. That's what I'm telling you. This is what James Gunn is bringing to the table, and this is what these fake fans are eating up right now. They're eating it, and they think that they're in a buffet, that they're feasting. Joke's on you, bozos, because once Superman tanks at the box office, let me clear something out. A lot of people are saying, oh, but that if it all tanks, then you're not going to get the Snyderverse restored. Shut the fuck up. You know why? First things first, if WB doesn't have a cinematic universe, whether it's with the Snyderverse or James Gunn, what do you think they're gonna do? Survive off of comics? What fucking comics? Manga and anime are fucking annihilating comics. They're running the industry. This is why you see that WB and Marvel are both trying to suck on the balls of that industry. They're trying to be like, well, we're trying to milk it too. We're going to start doing anime. We're going to start doing manga. No, you motherfuckers, you're going to ruin it. That's what you're going to do. So they're trying to capitalize with that. Now, all of a sudden, we got this game from Marvel. What is it? Tohu Game Soul. I don't know what the fuck it's called. And what did they do? It's like a Marvel versus Capcom, but it's beautiful because it looks all anime with those 3D cutscenes like Marvel versus Capcom 2. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, but what are they trying to do? They're trying to milk that market now because they know that that's destroying them. Comics have gone down so bad. You know where they're at right now? For fuck's sakes, they're in the dollar store. $1.25 for a comic at the Dollar General. How sad is that? Because the comics are not selling at comic stores. See what I'm saying? This industry is garbage. And along with that, this movie industry, which is with Marvel and DC, they're both down the drain because both of them like to push an agenda. And look at where they're at right now because of their nonsense. This is what happens when you cater to the shills, to the fake media, when you bow down to Rotten Tomatoes. Because, of course, watch when Superman comes out, and I'm calling it now. Today is June 11, 2025. All right? The time is right now 7:34. We haven't seen no reviews yet on Rotten Tomatoes. But watch when Superman comes out and is released. They're going to start kissing ass and say that it's a high 98, a high 99, because it's, of course, shilling. That's what it is. That's what they do with James Gunn. Numbers don't lie, people. When you see the statistics at the box office and you see these numbers at the box office, that's what you need to go by. All right. There's this other debate too that I've been seeing online. People talking about Blue Beetle. Oh, that Blue Beetle's from the DCEU, but then he's now part of the DCU. Same thing with Peacemaker. Look, man, Peacemaker and Blue Beetle are both from the DCEU, period. It was from what was left of the Hamadaverse. James Gunn just forced them and is trying to reset it into his shitty DCU. The same thing with Amanda Waller. That's from the DCEU from David Ayer. If it wasn't for David Ayer, James Gunn wouldn't have Amanda Waller on his movies or whatever the hell he's trying to do. Now, what he's trying to do with Wonder Woman, all right? This is why I'm telling you, don't be deceived. And that's what James Gunn is doing. He's lying. He's an expert at lying. He knows how to get people to be like, hey, okay, this is what we're going to do. Now he's trying to pull out the card for Wonder Woman and say, hey, we're going to move forward with a Wonder Woman movie. Oh, hold on. If you're a Matt Reeves fan, you should be pissed right now because where's your Batman 2 at? They don't even have a script for crying out loud, but he's already moving into a Wonder Woman movie. Explain that. See what I'm saying? He's trying, y'all. He's doing y'all dirty like he did us in with the Snyder, films and stuff like that. He thought that he could just come in and axe everything, stop everything. Let's reset. Let's reboot everything. Dude, you have no clue which way you're going. This is why we're doing what we're doing, and it starts now. Our wallets remain closed, and they're locked. And then now, on July 11, WB, DC, James Gunn, Peter Safran, and David Zaslav, with the investors, are going to feel the true power of us, the fans, the real customers, and the real consumer. That's you, the one that's listening, wherever you are around this world. You're the one who has that power to open your wallet or keep it closed. And WB knows that they're cooked. They know that they can't redeem themselves. The only way that they can is by bringing back Zack Snyder. This whole thing that they're in right now, It's a mess. It's a whole clusterfuck. They know that they're fucked. Now, what do? They have to keep moving forward with whatever's going to come from this. We know that this movie is going to tank. All these James Gunn shills and bots that are coming out, they're all right now scared because they know that it's not going to make the numbers that they're expecting. And this is why they're dropping the numbers of, well, it's not going to make a billion, but it's going to make, as long as it makes 500 million, we're okay. And even they went lower because they're like, oh, as long as it makes over 175 million. I see through your bullshit, motherfucker. You're just saying that it's going to make 130 million. So when it makes 200 million, it's a success, right? Oh, it's a fucking success, right? How about the 363 that you spent already million? And then how about add another what? Another 150 for the marketing, because the marketing is not cheap. That's also expensive. Overall rounding, I think this movie is costing WB over $450 million. That's a lot of money. And they need to make $1 billion, honestly. They have to. There's only one way for this reboot, if you want to say, to make money is by making $1 billion, and it's not going to make it. WB knows that they're not going to make $1 billion. They wish they could, but guess who's going to make $1 billion? That's right, Jurassic World Rebirth, because Jurassic World is an established IP. People are more excited to see that than they are to go see what we're seeing in whatever the fuck Superman is, because nobody knows what this is. Today, pictures came out, that trailer came out, and instead of it being like, oh, wow, damn, okay, damn, you really convinced me. It's like, ha, that's it. This shit gets worse every single time. And at the end, when people go watch the movie, sure, maybe opening night, they're going to make some kind of money, but it's not going to make enough money. I'm telling you, this is going to end fast at the box office. We made all these films, all right, since The Suicide Squad with James Gunn up to Aquaman 2, Tank. None of that shit was from Zack Snyder. That was all from James Gunn and Peter Safran and Walter Hamada. And we took care of that. We did what we had to do by keeping our wallets closed. Since then, since that moment, we've been keeping our wallets closed. And we've been telling the studio, it's not what we want. We're not going to support it. This is why you see that a lot of merchandise, especially like McFarlane toys, end up at Ross because they're not selling. Look, the more we keep our wallets closed, the faster you're going to see all this merchandise from Superman end up at Ross and on clearance because people are not buying it. You saw the video. I went there today. I went there this morning. I showed it to you. That was me in person showing you that the merchandise of Superman is being fabricated. It's all a lie. It's not selling out. I could go to 2 or 3 local Walmarts where I'm at right now, and they're overstocked with Superman. But you know what's not in stock? Jurassic World stuff. All that stuff is selling out everywhere because people are more excited for it. WB knows, and this is why their marketing is right now with trying to leech with Fantastic Four. And then Fantastic Four is trying to leech with Superman. They're both leeching on each other because they know that both of them are completely screwed with Jurassic World Rebirth. I'm telling you, Jurassic World Rebirth is going to dominate and stomp the box office. I'm telling you, that's established. It's an established IP. All right. First things first. This is the 7th film, all right, of the whole Jurassic World brand, Jurassic Park. 7 movies, all right? James Gunn, this is his, if you want to say, second official movie because the Suicide Squad tanked when he put out during COVID. And don't come at me with that bullshit anymore. Accept it. It tanked during that time. Meanwhile, Spider-Man No Way Home, while it came out during the pandemic, was able to make $1 billion. And that's what the James Gunn fans don't like to hear. They don't like to hear reality. They don't like to hear the facts. They don't like to see the numbers. It hurts them. It bothers them. To this day, they're still triggered that we got the Snyder Cut. They know that we didn't give up after everything they were saying. And what do we have? The Snyder Cut. And just like that, we're going to get the Snyderverse restored. Because a lot of people keep on forgetting. Zack Snyder and David Ayer are both back at WB. They just can't say shit yet because of NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. But we already know that WB recently announced that, yeah, Zack is back to do that 300 prequel. He's busy as fuck right now. He's right now doing that UFC movie. He's doing that LAPD show or movie, whatever it is. And then he also has Rebel Moon that he's coming back to because surprise, motherfuckers, he is coming back to do Rebel Moon. All right. Now look, let's speculate real quick while we're talking about Rebel Moon. You imagine now that Zach is back at WB and once he makes his official announcement, this is just me talking shit and just speculating. But all of a sudden, you imagine that he announces, "Hey, we're doing Rebel Moon 3 at WB." You imagine how that's gonna light up the internet? I'm just saying, I'm just speculating, all right? Come at me with everything if you want, but I'm just saying how I'm feeling. You see what I'm saying? Anything is possible. That's why Ben Affleck said that. Are we gonna see you again? Anything is possible. Anything can happen at this point. And I've been telling y'all for a while. Look, WB, they're doing bad, right? But they're not going to sell. So when you're like, oh, sell it, they're not gonna sell shit. Stop it with that, please. They're not selling shit. They're gonna probably sell small IPs, but they're not gonna go ahead and sell DC and sell their biggest IP. It's just not good for business, right? Don't sleep on Comcast. Don't sleep on Comcast. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. 2026, y'all gonna be seeing some big shifts, a lot of changes, and you're seeing them now. They're taking place now. Things are constantly shifting. You can't say today what you're gonna say, and you said a week ago. Things have changed during that time, and they're gonna continue to change from here until 2026 because they're, if you want to say, cleaning house at WB. That's why that whole thing with the whole thing of oh, WB, they're splitting up. So what? So fucking what? It's the same bullshit company. What's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Nothing is wrong with that. We see it with a lot of companies. We see it with GameStop. We see it with Best Buy. We see it with freaking McDonald's. We see it with different companies. They do that all the time. That's what corporates do. You know, all the corporations and stuff. Because of course, they're just readjusting, one, to the times, two, to however the economy is. They know that people are not watching what is this TV shows. Who here really has time to sit down and watch TV? Nobody, because we're all on our phones, we're all on social media, we're all on YouTube like we are right now. We're all over different social media pages. Nobody has time to watch TV anymore. TV is a thing of the past. And you could just go on to Netflix or go whatever streaming service you have. You can catch up on whatever shows you want. You can binge watch whatever you want. That's the advantage of it. And I get it. I get it. Some people are like, oh, but you support this whole, digital era and this and that. Yeah, motherfucker, that's what the future is. What you want me to tell you? Most of us are to blame. You have all these AI installed on your phones. You have Siri. You're going to tell me that the future is not going to be AI? Motherfuckers, y'all the ones that are the reason why we have that shit. That shit's installed in your phones. You have Alexia. You have all this bullshit. That's all AI. So don't come at me and tell me. I'm just the messenger. I'm just telling y'all. See what I'm saying? The future is going to be like Netflix. And Netflix is the pioneer. Netflix started that shit. Netflix, look at how big they're capitalizing. That's ridiculous. Their stocks, how insane and massive that they are. What does that tell you? That they're making money. And along with them making money, guess who else is over at Netflix? That's right. You have Zack Snyder. And also you have Rebel Moon. And you have all these IPs that belong to them. So when people come at me and tell me, oh, well, those universes are done, they're over, they're dead. No, they're not. You just can't cope and deal and accept the fact that Zach is over there winning along with this company. He doesn't have to put nothing out. It's already making them money. That's all that matters. See what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to James Gunn, when it comes to WB, when it comes to HBO Max, good old HBO fucking Max, right? Shitty ass company. And I'll tell you why. How the hell do you have a streaming platform, but you don't have content to put on it? Makes no sense. Disney has all these IPs, and they have no clue what to do with it. This is why I'm telling y'all, wake the fuck up. Disney, Kevin Feige, has officially run out of ideas. That's right, motherfuckers. He's run out of ideas. You know why? Because Zack Snyder's not around, and he doesn't have any more content to steal from him. Now it's proven Kevin Feige has always been a fucking hack because he was copying the ideas from Zack Snyder when they were there doing what they had with the DCEU. And jokes on them. Everything flipped on them. The tortilla fucking flipped on them. You know why? Because remember, when Zack Snyder was there in the original, quote unquote, original, layout, Ben Affleck's Batman was supposed to die. And what happened in Avengers? Oh, that's right. Fucking Tony Stark, Iron Man, is gone. And now what? Marvel is in a limbo. What do we do now? What do we do now? We're going to bring in Ironheart. Nobody cares about it. We're gonna bring in War Machine. Nobody cares about him either. And then look at where they're at right now. No Iron Man. But all of a sudden now, oh, let's go back. Let's go back and do what we're gonna do with Doomsday, and we're gonna make him into a variant, and all this. It's a clusterfuck over at Marvel. Meanwhile, DC, where they're at right now, is also another clusterfuck because they have no clue which direction they're going. When they had Zack Snyder had a fucking plan. Period. David Ayer had a fucking plan. Period. But all of a sudden, because you have these fake same fans that are coming out right now, oh, Superman's supposed to be bright. He's supposed to be happy. He's too dark. Oh, he's da 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 saying all this, right? But now all of a sudden we get the trailer from today, and you see this dark type Superman, and they're praising him, right? The hypocrisy of these fake fans. That's why I'm glad that these tickets are not selling, because come July 11, we're just trying to show you, and we're just trying to dump the trash back at you and say, look, we told you it wasn't going to work with James Gunn. We told you this reboot wasn't going to work. We told you that all of this was going to fail, flop, and tank. And we're seeing it taking place right now. Don't tell me otherwise. That's exactly what's happening right now. Not enough tickets are selling right now. And that's the part that you see all these James Gunn fans that are mad. They're all throwing a fist about it because they're like, they always come out with an excuse for everything. They cannot accept criticism. They do not like criticism. And they hate when I come out and talk about it and expose them. But guess what, motherfuckers? I'm here. I'm fucking here, and I've been here. Come July 11, our wallets will remain fully locked. No and, ifs, or buts. And you know it. You fucking clowns know that your tickets are not going to sell. Don't come at me and tell me otherwise. Because WB's going to be in a situation where they're going to be like, well, it didn't work with James Gunn. It wasn't working with Zack Snyder. But people were coming out. But people were buying. And they were making money, right? What do we do now? That's why I put that post that I put yesterday. If you haven't seen it, go see it on my YouTube. The one where it shows, that Hasbro has something in common like WB. They don't want to continue the universes, right? They don't want to continue the Bayverse with the Transformers, but they don't want to continue the Snyderverse with DC and Zack Snyder. Oh, but they love to fucking milk it, right? Oh, let's go ahead. Let's not move forward with the universes. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to put out more merchandise because we know fucking fans are going to buy it. Oh, hold on, motherfuckers. Hold on. Hold the fuck on. How are you going to tell me that you don't want to make more movies because it didn't make you money? And all of a sudden now, let's put out merchandise from that same universe that it's quote unquote dead because we know that people are going to buy it. You see how it doesn't make sense? That's exactly the situation that this company is in. WB knows that we, the fans, will support what Zack Snyder puts out. They know it. This is why, after 10 years, they continue to put out merchandise because they know that the fans are going to buy it. How come they don't do that with James Gunn? How come they don't do that with the Suicide Squad? How come they don't do that with Creature Commandos? How come we haven't gotten no toys of Creature Commandos with McFarlane? Oh, that's right. That's right, because they don't sell. That's why. How come everything from the Suicide Squad ended up in clearance? Oh, that's right again, because it didn't sell. That's why. How come the movie of the Suicide Squad, both on Blu-ray and DVD, were at the $5 clearance bin when they came out for James Gunn? Because they didn't sell. And even at $5, people still didn't want to buy it. That tells you everything. Merchandise doesn't move from James Gunn. Merchandise from Zack Snyder sells out in seconds. And don't come at me and tell me, oh, well, the Superman toys sold out with the pre-orders. Surprise, motherfucker. Every pre-order sells when they're announced because people just want it. They just overbuy. You have comic stores that are overbuying. And you have all these bot accounts. How the hell are you going to sell out literally in seconds when they announced the wave of Marvel versus Capcom with that, that Target exclusive? How? You have to have bot accounts. That's how it works. But you'll see them. They'll be floating around everywhere. And look at what we're seeing now. Superman merchandise. Like I told you, McFarlane Toys, regular version and the gold label. You saw it. It's in my feed. I put up the video from today. It's overstocked. People don't want that. People are not buying it. Most of the people are not even familiar that there's a new Superman coming out. And most of the people are like, well, where's Henry Cavill? They want that. And look, I'll be honest with you, right? Once this whole thing tanks with James Gunn and his Superman, you better get ready because David Zaslav is going to be coming out and he's going to be mad because he's going to be like, James Gunn, you let me down. You let me down. And we're going to be like, we told you. We told you it wasn't going to work with James Gunn. Now it's time to go back to the drawing board. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to have to cancel Batgirl. Even if they film it, I mean, not Batgirl, Supergirl. They're going to have to cancel Lobo. They're going to have to cancel everything that they're trying to do. And remember, people, 2026 is the year that James Gunn's contract comes to an end. So now he pretty much has about a year or less. And this is where you're going to see James Gunn go full throttle because this is where his contract is at the end already. So what's going to happen? You think they're going to move forward and greenlight and say, hey, let's go ahead and start making for the next 10 years what James Gunn had planned out? No. It's going to be like Thanos did when he snapped the finger and everything started wiping away and clearing away, right? How? They're not going to go ahead and say, let's move forward with this. No. You think David Zaslav is going to take that big risk? No. He's going to do the same thing like he did with Batgirl. He's going to end up putting them in the vault and saying, you know what? Tax write-off. It's cheaper for him to do that because he gets a cut at the end of the year. Of course, because that's how these dirty CEOs are and that's how these dirty corporations are. This is why it's very important for us to you. I'm talking directly to each and every one of you right now, right? Wherever you are around the world, right? I don't know what time zone you're in, day, night, crack of dawn, going to night, whatever. The point is that you, the one that's listening, you have that power. If you're tired of what WB has been doing all these years and trying you and not respecting you and actually giving you what the fuck you want, then why are you supporting this company? Do what I've been telling you and a lot of people are doing. Keep those wallets locked, whether it's physical or digital. This company doesn't deserve your money. They don't. And on top of that, they're out here trying to silence people because I got my account on Facebook. I was on fucking probably almost like a week. I couldn't respond to comments. Weird shit was going on because I kept on putting restore the Snyderverse. Now, is that all of a sudden coincidence? No. It's just that they're going after certain people because they know they're scared that the whole movement of restore the Snyderverse is going to repeat just like we did with release the Snyder Cut. We got it. That's all that matters. Nobody stopped us. And when everybody was making fun of us, we kept on going. We kept on going. We didn't give up. And what do we have now? Physical and digital. Zack Snyder's Justice League. We made that possible. We will forever be part of history. 100 years from now, which I won't be around anymore, and probably half of y'all might not, what's going to happen? People are going to see that the Snyder Cut was a reality. Oh, what was this? Fans fought and they made this possible. Oh, wow. Why they didn't continue? Because this dumbass company doesn't know what quality is. That's why. But joke's on them. Because once James Gunn's universe tanks at the box office come July, they're going to have to go back and continue where they left off. And where was that at? That's right. With the Snyderverse. With the Snyder Cut. With what Zack Snyder had prepared. And the beautiful part about it all is that Zack Snyder, even though you had these scumbags, the Russo brothers, trying to bribe Zack with a slice of pizza, with a fucking slice of pizza. Hey, what would you do if you were supposed to, if you came back and you did Justice League 2 and blah, 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 trying to fish for the information? And Zack, you could just see it. He took a bite of that pizza. He's like, yeah, motherfucker, I ain't gonna tell you shit. And he did it. And I like that. Because Zack was like, just put everything and just go. He was just like, just go. He didn't give him ideas. And that's what I love. Now, look at it. Let's look at the big picture. Marvel and Disney don't have nothing to copy and paste from Zack Snyder. But what is James Gunn doing? Exactly. He's copying and pasting, trying to do his version of what Zack did with Man of Steel. And not only that, this is the legacy of what James Gunn wanted. Now I'm starting to see why he took away the name of Superman Legacy, because he knows that this wasn't going to be a legacy. He already knew that this was going to be a James Gunn legacy. Because what James Gunn wants, just to satisfy his ego, and along like that, his bozo followers, that they're also the same, there's no reasoning with them. There's just none. Their head is like hard head. They are the same, because in the end, all James Gunn wants is to have on that movie a James Gunn film. That's all. That's what his legacy is, to be in this movie. That's his mark he's trying to leave. He doesn't want to leave David Cornsweet as Superman and his version. No, no, no. What James Gunn wants is a James Gunn's film at DC, so he can use that as his credit and put it on IMDb, on his resume, and wherever the hell he goes with it. But look, in the end, James Gunn is going to go crawling back to Marvel, because that's where he belongs. And you will all have to see and realize, damn, see, as the director all these years was fucking right. He said it, he called it. That was the Trojan horse. And he went back to Marvel. Of course he is, because he's going to come back with Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's going to continue for Secret Wars. Remember that. I'm telling you, you will see that. Once James Gunn fully destroys DC like he's been doing, he's going to be like, I'm out. He's going to put on his parachute and jump off the plane and say, I'm out. I'm going back to Disney, bitches. That's exactly what he's going to do. And then meanwhile, DC is where they're at right now. Why? Because the mission was accomplished. Disney and Marvel sent him to fully destroy it, and he did a fantastic job. James Gunn has been lying to everybody. He's lying to you since day one. He's lying right now. And when Superman comes out, he's going to continue lying. And watch, just watch. Watch when we see opening weekend, all right? That Sunday, come that Monday, what's the 11, 12, 13, the 14th. Watch how the shill media is going to be glorifying James Gunn. Watch, we're starting to see it now. But you know what's the ice and the cherry on top? That all these James Gunn fans, when they see that the numbers are not what they expect, they're going to try to justify it and say, hey, it's okay. It's okay. It didn't make money at the box office, but it's okay because we're starting with a reboot. The excuses are going to be ridiculous, and I can't wait to see them. I can't wait. They're going to try to justify and say that a flop is the new norm, that it's okay to put out a movie and it tanks. But then it's bad when another movie comes out, and then it's like, oh no, that's not good. We can't let that happen. They like to pick and choose. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what this all has come down to. This whole thing is not about a Superman movie. This Superman movie is all about James Gunn and what his legacy is going to be. Oh, me, James Gunn, I did this and I did that. He's throwing himself on the ads for Superman. What does he have to do with anything? He's trying to leave his mark. That's all. Because he knows that nobody likes him. And what? His probably 15 followers and fans that he has are the only ones that really support him? Nobody cares about him. But it's interesting how Zack Snyder puts up a post and the internet starts talking. Henry Cavill puts a post and the internet goes wild. Gal Gadot, Ben Affleck. It gets out of control, right? But then when James Gunn posts something, it barely gets any views. And then if it does, it takes a long time for it to reach those numbers. Unless they're paying, like they've confessed, that, hey, they were using AI bots and they were creating fake numbers, right? So if they're telling you, meaning WB, you have the CEO coming out saying, yeah, we fabricated these numbers because we wanted to show that people were really watching it, but they weren't. What do you think they're doing with Creature Commandos? The same thing. What do you think they're doing with Peacemaker? The same thing. And I know that anybody that's out there from WB or James Gunn's team are probably listening. Good. You get what you fucking deserve. Come July 11, you will see that. How's that boycott going? Remember that? Remember the guy that from Peacemaker? I can't remember his name. Yeah. How's that boycott coming, huh? How's those fucking stocks coming, asshole? You're going to see that we will be the victorious ones in the end. And it's funny because they know it. Jurassic World is going to take all my fucking money, and I don't care. I love it because I'm here to support them. I'm not here to support what we're getting with fantastic woke and we're gonna get with super woke because that's exactly what it's going to be. Wake up, people. Wake up. This movie is going to tank and is going to be the worst thing in history. I'm telling y'all. And if it does succeed, let's look at the other side. Let's say that it does make money. Oh, damn, it made $1 billion or more. Let's just give you the benefit of the fucking doubt, right? So what? That doesn't mean anything. You know why? Because Barbie made $1 billion. And where's WB at right now? Still down the dump. Dune made $1 billion. Where are they right now? Still in the dump. Minecraft close to $1 billion, but where are they still? Down in the dump. Because WB's debt is higher than what their profit is. And that's telling you everything. I'm telling y'all, just by seeing these numbers with the stocks that I be posting, oh, it went up a little bit. Oh, big fucking deal. It just went up a few dollars, a few cents. Come at me when it's past $15 at the stock at Wall Street. But guess what? It hasn't, and it won't. So when you have these James Gunn toxic fans coming out, oh, we're eating good. We're doing good. Oh, DC's on the right path. Really? You're on the right path with flops? Wow. And then you talk about that we're delusional? Yeah. The ball's on your court, buddy. Honestly, this is all coming down to the final draw. And the final nail in the coffin, it all ends on July 11th. That weekend, we are about to find out what's really good. And WB, DC, David Zaslav, Peter Safran, James Gunn know where and what the power of the Snyder van, the Snyderverse community are at. And we're just patiently waiting. We are going to keep our wallets closed. No Snyderverse, no money. They know it. We have it on lock. The power is in our hands, physical and digital. They know it. This is why they're pacing right now and trying to get early ticket sales because they know that it's already DOA. It's too late to save. James Gunn, you could go into your editing room right now and do whatever the hell you want. It's done. Accept it. There is no redeeming yourself. It's over. It's over. Accept it. Accept it. Your Superman is going to be remembered as a fucking joke. That's your legacy right there. That's what your legacy is going to be. That's what I'm telling you. In the end, I don't care what the minority of the James Gunn cultists say. They know that the Snyderverse is going to make a comeback. It's going to be twice than what it was before. Notice this, right? Why do you think Disney is probably delaying for the next 2 years or so Secret Wars and that other one? What is it called? Doomsday. Because they're trying to see if what's gonna happen from here to 2 years. Oh, let's see when Zach is back, then we could probably steal his ideas and we could continue what we want to do to rip off his ideas. Jokes on you. Jokes on you. Because at this point, if Zach does come back, we already know he is. I don't think he's gonna say anything to anybody. He's just gonna be filming and doing what he has to do, and then everybody's gonna find out. And then Marvel's gonna be in a situation where they're gonna be on the other side, like where DC is at right now. And then DC is going to be on the other side where like the old Marvel used to be when they were making money. Listen close, WB, or anybody that's out there that has a plug to WB. Once James Gunn's Superman tanks at the box office in July, because you know it's going to, this is why you're desperate and you're trying to make all the little money that you can right now. One thing you need to do, go back to the drawing board. David Zaslav, you know what you need to do. You need to fire James Gunn. You need to bring in Zack Snyder and replace him. You need to bring back David Ayer. You need to release the Ayer cut. You need to restore the Snyderverse. And you need to go all out. Let Zach do his thing. Let him cook to the fullest. Give him all the ingredients, all the tools, and I guarantee you, all of your stocks will be high like where Netflix is at. You want that crazy good money? Do it. This is the final draw, and you know what you need to do. Honestly, it's crazy. It's crazy, but this is where we are right now. Come July 11, we're going to see. Watch. Jurassic World is going to make so much money at the box office, we can't even imagine. I'm telling you, the franchise has gone a different way, and I love it. I like what they're doing. I get it. Some fans are not happy with what they're doing. I love it. I applaud it. Good. That's what we need. We need something different, and that's why a lot of people are excited for it. Look, I grew up watching the original Jurassic Park. I read some of the book. I don't care what they're doing with it right now. This is no longer Jurassic Park. This is Jurassic World. You can't say the same thing about DC right now. This whole reboot was unnecessary, completely unnecessary. You brought in James Gunn. He screwed everything up. He's still screwing everything up. And his legacy is going to be a joke and a circus. When we look back in time, we're going to be like, damn, even the Schumacher era, Schumacher verse was 5 times better than what James Gunn did. What did James Gunn do? I have no clue. It was just a clusterfuck. That didn't last long. And that's exactly what's going on. Remember, when James Gunn was announced that he was going to be running DC Studios, most of his team, all right, most of the people that were working with him were doubting them. They were doubting James Gunn, and they were like, we don't believe in what he's going to do. It's already telling you. When we saw The Suicide Squad, how bad it did, and how bad that movie was, how cringe it was from beginning to end, that's already telling you, prepare yourself. This is what's coming for Superman when he does it. When we saw in The Flash, that little dog that was jumping out the building while the building was falling with the babies and all that stuff, I saw it and I was like, that's Crypto right there. We're going to see Crypto. And what do we have now? Crypto. James Gunn said that Crypto's not going to talk in the movie. Don't be fooled. Crypto's going to talk in the movie. I'm telling you. Remember, everything James Gunn says is always the opposite. When James Gunn says, no, we didn't cast this person for this role, he's just trying to tell you, we casted this person, but we can't tell you now. And what happens? That's exactly what happens. So when James Gunn is like, oh, we're actually doing a Wonder Woman movie now, and blah, 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 he's trying to tell you we're not. When he's like, oh, yeah, we're actually interested and we're ready to start filming the Batman 2, he's just trying to tell you, no, we're not going to be filming the Batman 2. I'm just saying that to get your hopes high. That's exactly what he's doing. And all you Matt Reeves fans, you need to wake up. He's lying to you. He's not going to give you the Batman 2. And if you end up getting the Batman 2, it's going to be part of the DCU. As much as you might be like, oh, that's not going to happen. Oh, no? Look at where DC is at right now. Anything is possible with this company right now. And it's a mess. It's a complete mess. It shouldn't be like that, but it is. And it's wild. It's completely sad. But this is what this studio brought it upon. You know, they wanted this. They literally opened the gates for all of this to come pouring in. And they're going to pay literally at the box office. We made The Flash flop. We made Joker 2 flop. How do you go from a movie that made $1 billion with the first Joker in 2019? And how the hell you go from that to what we got in Joker 2? And what was it, like 2 years ago or something? 2023? And that movie did terrible. Terrible. It was so bad it went straight to streaming in less than a month. We need to break that record. With Superman, it has to go straight to streaming in 2 weeks, in 15 days. It has to. Again, like Joker said in The Dark Knight, it's not about the money. It's about sending a message. And that's the message. We're going to keep our wallets closed and locked. No Snyderverse, no money. And most important, we will stop at nothing. WB knows what's up. All of the James Gunn fans know what's up. But we, the real, true customer, loyal fans, and all of us that are here still fighting for what we believe in, we're going to win. We can't give up now. Now more than ever, we need to start using Restore the Snyderverse. You want the Snyderverse restored, right? Because I know I want it restored. I don't want it sold. I want it restored. Then keep fighting for it. The same way you're using the hashtags of these other ones, you have to use Restore the Snyderverse. We have to send that message loud and clear to WB. They know it. They're aware of it. Don't think that Comcast isn't watching. They're watching. They're just quiet. I'm telling y'all. A lot of things are going to be shifting from here to 2026. We're already almost halfway through the year. Next year, I mean, next month is already July. After July, the year's going to go by fast, and you're going to see. Watch as we get closer how all these announcements and updates and things are going to be shifting, things are going to be changing. Notice how all of a sudden now WB wants to go hit up San Diego Comic Con next month, but they're going to be promoting Peacemaker. Hold on. You didn't present Superman, but you're presenting Peacemaker? What a fucking joke. That's exactly what James Gunn does. And this right here is going to be the outcome. That shows you that they don't believe in it. That shows you that they don't care. James Gunn has said it himself. He thinks superheroes are the most stupidest things. But then you have these fake fans believing all the lies of James Gunn, trying to justify, oh, we're eating good. Oh, it's selling out. That's now. It's not going to happen on July 11th. And a lot of them are trying to come into the comments and saying, when they leave messages and stuff, oh, you're going to be proven wrong and this and that. Maybe I might. So what? Barbie didn't save you with $1 billion, and Dune didn't save you with $1 billion. Minecraft, that's close to $1 billion, still didn't save you. So what? So what? It does make $1 billion. It's not going to save you. It's done. Superman's going to go down in history as the worst thing that DC has ever put. It's going to be an embarrassment, honestly. And I'm all up for it. I can't wait. It's going to be fun. This is getting interesting every time more and more. As we continue to see it, is all it's all unfolding right before us. You imagine how nervous WB must be every day that they get constantly the same thing. Oh, what are the views today? Oh, we got a whole bunch of people still asking for a restored Snyderverse. Oh man, what do we do with that? We have to go with what we already have. We're too late. We're too deep. We can't turn back now. I'm telling you, once they see that all this backfires in July, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. This is crazy, honestly. But again, this is what the studio wanted, and this is what they're going to get. You reap what you sow, and in the end, like WB, you did with Joker, you get what you fucking deserve. And that's exactly what you're going to get. You're going to get the next flop that's cooking already. It's going to tank. You think Joker 2 was bad? Get ready. Superman is going to make Joker 2 look like it's a success. Merchandise is not selling. That's telling you everything of what's to come. These stocks don't move up. Okay, they moved up a little bit today, but they haven't been moving in the past 2 years and a half, especially not since James Gunn has taken over. That's another red flag. And now these ticket sales, we're starting to see it. They're not moving. They're selling in some places, but not everywhere. I thought y'all said that it was going to sell out everywhere. That tells you everything. This is why I tell you, my friends, we will stop at nothing. But yeah, this is what I wanted to talk about today. I want to thank you for tuning in, for watching, for subscribing, all that good stuff. Because again, we do not stop and we will not stop now. We have to keep on going. We have to keep on fighting. Come July 11, while it's closed, restore the Snyderverse. And as always, until next time, peace.